All right, part 2. Now that we have our Play-Dohs and clays done, we can actually make some stuff out of it. And as I said, I have some directions of how to make the little bird. It depends on the little fringe or this little head. If you want a different bird, just make a different head. If you want wings, tails or something, that's all something different. And the two clays, well, really one clay and one dough we have is the cat litter one. You can see part 1 to see what that looks like and how to mix that up. It looks like this, and this is my favorite one to kind of work with because it's very similar to regular fired clay. Now this would be an air dry clay because you can see on part 1 we went over a little bit about what's in here. Not used cat litter, sorry, no, has to be new, right out of the bag, and it can be any scent or any type. And see how I have this now? It's on my hand, it gets a little on my hands, but not much. And I can just pinch off a little part and roll it. And I can make all sorts of stuff out of this. See, I'm just pinching my bird out, my bird shape. See my little bird shape? Maybe this one I won't put the little cardinal fringe on it. There. I'm pinching. And there's a direction sheet on different techniques to do with clay as well. So, and this will dry a little lighter. It'll go back to about this color when it's dry. And as I said, it's a non-fired clay, so that means it's not going in the kiln. This one is one that you can set out and let it dry. Only difference is, if you put it back in water, it's just going to melt back into mud. So this is one you can also even reuse over and over and over again to make stuff. They don't have to always be like a little statue you keep. You can make stuff and let it dry, and you can always remelt it because this is not going to go really that bad. I'm going to put some eyes in it. There we go. And now I have my little bird. Other little things I could do, I could make like a little pot. I didn't put the bottom on this one yet, but little pot. I can make all sorts of little things. Just playing around with texture. I can go and work with texture, see what textures are in my house. I can see, do I have different pastas that have different textures? Does the back of my marker have texture? Like my little texture marker here, we use this on one of my other videos, has a really cool texture. You might have other markers, and they might have a whole bunch of other different textures. So this one's just kind of a generic one. So they might be all different. So there's lots of things you can find. Stamps. And you can find textures all over the place. And just make all different kinds of textures and see what happens. Now this one here is my other dough. This is my dough that was flour and salt. And I put lotion in mine. You can put conditioner or lotion. I just like it because it makes it really soft, easy clean, and doesn't make it stick either. Doesn't really stick too much. So I can make stuff out. Now the only difference with this one is it's more of a Play-Doh, so it doesn't last that long. After you make something, you need to kind of keep it and let it dry. You can't rehydrate this. And it's a little sticky, so I'm going to put a little more. I was hoping it would dry up a little bit while I was doing a video, but it didn't. But I had a little bit of flour still here on the bottom. And I want to make sure it's not too sticky that I can't work with it. But now it's a little better. Now I can pull it out and do stuff with it. Alright, so this one, maybe I'll work on some stamping. Or cutting away. That's another thing you can do. You can take anything and cut away. Or if you have cookie cutters, you can cut cookie cutters. But you can do all sorts of things. I'm going to make like a smiley face. Yeah, maybe I'm going to stamp in. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Like that. So there. Maybe I'll make like a little smiley face dude. Make him a little ornament. There we go. Now I have a little ornament, and then I could paint that when it dries if I wanted to. And this is a dough, and this is a type of clay. All right. Hope you had fun.